Hi everyone, Denise here with Real Get Healed, and I felt the Lord wanted me to touch on something today. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 7, the definition of love. Love is kind, love is patient. It does not want what belongs to others. It does not brag. It is not proud. It is not rude. It does not look out for its own interest. It does not easily become angry. It does not keep track of other people's wrongs. Now, let's just kind of touch base right there. What that means is it does not keep track of other people's wrongs. It means it forgives. And when it forgives, it's kind of like when you flush down the toilet. You don't go back and look at 2 days later. It means you forgive. You let it go. You flushed it. So do the same with people. Do the same with people, and don't keep track. And when you're having a bad day with your spouse or significant other, your children, don't keep beating a dead horse and bringing up what they did. I mean, let it go and move on. Love is not happy with evil, but love is full of joy with the truth spoken. It always protects. Always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. It never gives up. Love never fails. It never gives up means long suffering. It means when you get into a marriage, it means you're in it for the long haul, not the minute things start to go wrong or they aren't the person you married, because guess what? They were that person that you married, and they were doing that before you got married. And don't try to say you didn't see that. Yes, you did. If they left their clothes on the floor when you were dating them and you stepped over them and you said you didn't see that, yeah, you did. You saw it, because guess what? They're going to do the same thing. In fact, it'll probably be worse. And it just baffles me when I get people in here thinking they're going to change people. I'm like, you can't change people. People are people. They are the same dollar that you took on when you started the relationship. They didn't become $5 down the road. And they're not going to turn into $20 down the road. You will make your own self miserable by trying to change someone. Please don't do it. Love is kind. Love is patient. If you are kind and good and patient to that person, which is exactly the way you want them to treat you, you will get the same respect back. You will get the same treatment back. And guess what? People snore. They do other things I'm not going to mention on here, but they do it. We're people. So while you're dating, before you walk down the aisle, you have issues. They have issues. Decide on if it's an issue that you can live with for the rest of your life. Because they're not going to change. You ain't going to change them. And he don't want to change you. And she don't want to change you. So why don't you just love them as they are? If not, start thinking about that right now. Start thinking about that today. And pray about it. Because God is going to tell you, no, I'm not changing them. God is not going to change them for you. They don't go to church before. Or if they didn't go to church before you started dating, most likely they're not going to while you are or get married. So figure out what issues you can live with, because as soon as you make that decision to love them unconditionally, everybody's going to be a lot happier in this relationship and this thing called life. And don't forget to incorporate God, because without Him, you're only going to have one other person to have in that relationship. And I don't want Satan in my ear in my relationships. I guarantee you that. Whether it be a friend or a roommate or a child or a parent or family or whatever you have a relationship with. I just want it to be a good, kind, patient, loving one. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 7. The definition of love. It's easy. God loves you. All those things. God wrote them down. All right. Love you. God bless. Be kind to one another.